स्टँडअप कॉमेडियन कुणाल कामराच्या शिंदेंवरील गाण्यामुळे वाद उपस्थित झालाय.
कुणाल कामराच्या एकनाथ शिंदेविरोधातील गाण्यावरून वाद निर्माण झालाय.
कॉमेडियन कुणाल कामरा के एक वीडियो से महाराष्ट्र में बवाल मच गया है.
Comedian Kunal Kamra, no stranger to controversy and has made a lot of political jokes, especially let's say when it comes to BJP and its alliance partners.
थाने की रिक्शा चेहरे पे दाढ़ी आंखों में चश्मा हाय एक झलक दिखलाए कभी गुवाहाटी में छुप जाए मेरी नजर से तुम देखो गद्दार नजर वो आए.
हम आह भी करते हैं तो हो जाते हैं बदनाम. हम आह भी करते हैं तो हो जाते हैं बदनाम. वो कत्ल भी करते हैं तो चर्चा नहीं होता. Today, comedian Kunal Kamra must be thinking about this share more than ever. Because in Maharashtra, political leaders and their supporters can make divisive statements, deliver hate speeches, and even disrespect icons like Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, yet no controversy, no FIRs, no outrage. But the moment a comedian sings a parody song, that becomes a national news. That leads to vandalism that gets discussed in the Legislative Assembly. Stand-up comedian Kunal Kamra is no stranger to controversy. His jokes, often critical of the ruling government, have sparked reactions before. But this time, the joke wasn't even that offensive. And yet, the response has been extreme. Shiv Sena workers stormed the studio where Kamra shot his special. The BMC reached the venue with hammers, ready to demolish. But why? Who is making an issue out of a non-issue? Do our politicians really have nothing better to do than target a comedian's parody song while real issues like inflation, unemployment and governance turn into a parody themselves? These are some of the questions I shall raise in today's Honest Take. Hello, my name is Tejas and you're watching Lokmat Times. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon because clearly comedy isn't safe, but journalism must be. Before we start, dear viewers, I want you to watch this video. Renowned poet Rahat Indori had narrated an incident from the era of emergency. First watch this video and then I will explain the context.
इमरजेंसी के जमाने में मैंने एक मर्तबा ये कह दिया था कि सरकार चोर है. तो दूसरे दिन पुलिस स्टेशन पर मुझे बुला लिया गया. अफसर ने मुझसे पूछा कि आपने रात मुशायरे में ये कहा है कि सरकार चोर है. मैंने कहा जी हाँ, ये तो कहा है कि सरकार चोर है, लेकिन ये नहीं कहा कि हिंदुस्तान की सरकार चोर है, कि पाकिस्तान की सरकार चोर है, या अमेरिका की सरकार चोर है, या बरतानिया की सरकार चोर है. तो वो अफसर ने मुझे देख के अफसर मुस्कुराया और कहा कि अच्छा, आप हमें बेवकूफ भी समझते हैं क्या? हमें मालूम नहीं कि सरकार कहां की चोर है.
Just like Rahat Indori did not mention which government is chore, even Kunal Kamra did not mention which politician was a gaddar. But Shiv Sena workers were smart enough to figure out who he was speaking about. Comedian Kunal Kamra on Sunday released a 45-minute special on YouTube called Naya Bharat. In his video, Kamra touched upon various topics including the Ambani wedding, general election 2024 and much more. The video had his usual criticism of the BJP and the central government. In one part of the special, Kamra sang a few parody songs taking jibes at political leaders including PM Modi, Yogi Adityanath, Nirmala Sitharaman and others. Kamra did not take Eknath Shinde's name but referred to him as the leader from Thane who started the process of turning Maharashtra politics into a mess. Singing a parody song, Kamra took the Gaddar jibe at Shinde. Now, this criticism of Shinde is not new. For the last 3 years, since he split the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena into two, many people have referred to him and his party MLAs as gaddars or traitors. Let's not get into the issue of whether the criticism is fair or not, or whether Eknath Shinde is a gaddar or not. That is up to the people to decide, and they have decided in the assembly election results. But were Kamra's remarks so offensive that they needed such a strong reaction? Within hours, Shiv Sainiks were outside the Habitat, the studio in Mumbai's Khar, where the special was shot. They barged into the studio, stopped the ongoing show, started abusing and heckling the organizers, and then eventually vandalized the venue, broke the stage and threw chairs. Wasn't it an overreaction? Shinde's Shiv Sena is in power. Eknath Shinde is the Deputy Chief Minister of the state, which means he holds a constitutional post. Does it suit his party workers to behave like goons and vandalize venues just because a video was shot there? If the remarks were so offensive, the workers of the party could have gone to a police station and filed an FIR against Kamra. That would have been proper way to handle things for someone sitting in the government. But Shiv Sena workers took the law into their own hands and damaged the property of the Habitat studio in Khar. The poor fellows at the Habitat have been at the receiving end of such political dramas for a while now. They just give a platform to performers. Comedians, singers, magicians, musicians come to the Habitat to show their talent. The Habitat provides them with a platform. It doesn't write or dictate the content of the performers. Why should they face such harassment every time a comedian offends a certain political party or its supporters? Now, the owners of the Habitat are considering shutting down the studio altogether. What does this mean for all the performers who earn their livelihood due to the Habitat? Or what about those who are employed by the Habitat? Earlier, there was the issue of Aurangzeb's tomb, then came the Disha Salian murder case, then the Sushant Singh Rajput case, and now Kunal Kamra. Since the beginning of the Maharashtra Assembly session, these are the issues being discussed. In between, violence also broke out in Nagpur over the Aurangzeb issue. Not a single issue of importance to the people of Maharashtra has been discussed since March 3 when the session began. This makes us wonder whether such controversies are being created artificially to keep people engaged. We have been talking about this again and again. Give them bread and circus and they will never revolt. This seems to be the modus operandi of this government. Potholes, pollution, law and order, corruption, massive debt on the state treasury, communal tensions, hate speeches by politicians, none of these issues seem to be of concern. What matters is what a comedian said about a politician in a parody song. But Kamra did not even take DCM Shinde's name. Moreover, his other songs in the show on the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister were more hard-hitting than the one on Shinde. Their followers or supporters did not go and vandalize the Habitat. Then why did Shiv Sena workers do it? Perhaps the Shiv Sena, which has been reduced to the second fiddle of the BJP since the assembly results, wants to keep its political nuisance alive. Their leaders seemed more aggressive over the issue of Aurangzeb tomb. They were ahead in demanding the removal of the tomb. Even in this case, within just a few hours of the video being uploaded on YouTube, Shinde Sena workers reached the spot and started vandalizing the studio, as if they were just waiting for an opportunity to show their strength and prove that they will not tolerate any insult to their strong leader Eknath Shinde. It is perhaps because CM Shinde wants to show his allies, particularly the BJP, that he should not be taken lightly. Since his demotion to DCM, Shinde hasn't looked comfortable. But to prove his political value, was it necessary to vandalize the venue? Uddhav Thackeray, Sanjay Raut, Aditya Thackeray refer to Shinde as Gaddar every second day. Would Shiv Sena workers go and vandalize Matoshri? Do they have the guts to do that? Of course not. Mumbai is a cosmopolitan city. It has a very vibrant stand-up comedy culture which has grown over the years and has the potential to grow even more. The repeated targeting of the Habitat would deal a blow to this industry. People will hesitate to platform comedians. Comedians will fear speaking their minds as well. This will have a chilling effect on freedom of speech. Leaders in constitutional positions should have magnanimity. PM Modi himself has recently said that criticism is the soul of democracy. DCM Shinde is also known to be a magnanimous man. Those he has helped in the past talk about his big-heartedness. He should come forward and criticize his party workers for the vandalism they committed. It does not suit those in power to harass a studio owner who hardly had any role to play in the content shared by Kamra. Meanwhile, the police, who were allegedly present when the venue was vandalized, remained mere spectators instead of stopping the vandalism. Was it not their job to stop the party workers? Do they work for the political party or for common citizens? Will a mob get away with everything in this country? For now, Kamra faces an FIR or two. The Habitat will shut down for a few days with their property vandalized. The government is recovering the money for property damaged in the Nagpur violence from the accused. Will they also recover money from the Shiv Sena workers who vandalized the Habitat? And will we, as a society, as a state, as a country, for once, speak on issues that matter instead of being distracted by a new circus every day? In a democracy, the ability to laugh at those in power is a sign of healthy society. But when comedians become targets while politicians go unchecked, it raises serious questions about our priorities. Are we being distracted? Are we letting real issues be buried under manufactured outrage? It's time to ask ourselves, who benefits from this circus and at what cost? That's all for now. Let us know what you think about this story in the comments below and keep watching Lokmat Times for more such stories.